Well, hey, folks, here we are again. It's Monday Night Live. I have a lot going on. We've been trying to get this Christmas stuff over and done with. Man, I'm telling you what. Hello, Javita. No, and thank you for the Christmas card. It was very sweet of you. Um, let's see. Nobody's popped in yet but you, so you're not late. Um, we have been piddling around here trying to get stuff done. We got shopped all day today. Y'all, I don't like shopping. I hate it. And then after I got home, I realized I was out of horse feed. So I had to go back to town to buy horse feed. But that's about all that's going on. Well, hello, there is Leonard Mountain Homestead. Well, thank you. Thank you for popping in. Oh, and there's Heartland with Dink and Tank. Great to see you guys. We are just piddling around here. Josie just got fed, so maybe she won't be in here stomping her little feet and whining for us to feed her tonight, guys. Oh, this little dog, I'm telling you what, she is a trip. Oh, let's see. We have been working around here. I got my dually all cleaned out and everything is cleaned up. We're going to wash the floor liners, those WeatherTech or whatever they are that fit in there. We're going to wash them because they got some red mud smeared on them. So we're going to wash those, and then that truck is going up for sale. I've had several people ask me about it recently, so I am hoping that sucker sells quick. But other than that, you guys, I've been having the heck of a time trying to get my videos to upload. Hello, Miss Sizemore. It's good to see you here tonight. We have been, I've had trying to get my cruise video and it keeps disappearing. And then now when I tried to upload my video, I was making these baskets. Let me see if I can get one down. I was making these little baskets last night and I did a video on it. And they light up. They're really cute. And I did a video on it, but some of my peppermint and potato chips and junk out of the way over here on the counter that's piled up. So I made a couple of those for gifts just to give away to friends and things. Thank you for putting out their link, Javita. And we been real busy with that. I forgot to post this week again about having my live on Monday nights, but I guess some people are remembering it. I try to make sure I let them know when I'm on Robertson's Belly Acres to let them know that I have to get off of there because I hate to leave somebody's live in the middle of it, But anyway, let's see. My one of my goats' bag is really filling up, so I'm thinking within the next maybe 3 weeks we're gonna have sheep. We're gonna have a baby sheep. Yes, I can't wait to get that video out on making these and also on the other. I may have to go in and get another editing thing. I've been using Filmora Wondershare Filmora 12, but for some reason it's messing up. And I know they sent me a thing offering to give me Filmora 13 free. So I don't know if maybe they're having trouble with it. But anyway, if they are, that could be an explanation. Now, somebody said that I can go in and download another app that I have to pay for by the month. It's like $10 a month to solve those issues. But that just seems ridiculous to have to keep on and on and on solving issues and paying more and more. So I may have to check out a different editing thing. Oh, well, thank you very much. I have on my little Christmas sweater because it was right chilly tonight, and it's going to be below freezing, they're predicting here tonight. It's been getting down the low about, well, this week the low's been about 35 or 40. But now last week we had down in the upper 20s, and it looks like we're going to be down about 25 tonight. So I'm dreading that, guys. I am not into the cold weather, but now I can't stand it when it's suffering 100 degrees either. So I wouldn't be able to live out there in Texas where you guys live, Jovita. I can't even imagine. You talk about can't read. Yes, thank you so much. Y'all do hit that like button. I need it. 79 degrees in South Texas. Dang, it's like 40 something outside right now. So it's one reason I got on my sweater. Anyway. Oh, let's see. And hadn't had a chance to do much with my camper, y'all. And I don't know if all of you have checked out my video or not, but I'm gonna have to redo it. It was pulled into the barn and it was a cloudy day, so I am assuming that must be why it was so darn dark. But I'm gonna redo it and post it again, and I'll just say, here we are, one more timers. I've had quite a few people make, nice comments about it. I really think I'm going to like it. Let's see. Ooh. So, how cold is it at your house? Are you the one that said it? No, Jovita said it was in 79. Heck. So how hot is it? I mean, how cold is it there where you live? Because you're saying in the 50s. You ain't kidding. 50s. I don't want it much lower than 50s, you guys, because when that wind blows, it feels like it's cutting right through you. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting old and I can feel it. When this weather changes, the rain comes in, man, it's rough and it's just something constantly. But not much going on tonight. We've just been doing our Christmas shopping, what little bit I'm going to do. I really don't know what to get these kids. They're all about grown. I've got two that are one that's 16, one that's 19, one that's 18, hadn't turned 19 yet. All right, so I got a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old, and a 24-year-old. And then below that, we've got a 14-year-old and a 9-year-old and an 8-year-old. So the 9-year-old and the 8-year-old are pretty easy to buy for, but boy, I'm telling you what, these older kids, and none of them have asked them over and over, what do y'all want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? Give me an idea. Send me a list of some things that you would like, because and so far I haven't gotten anything. But that's the way it goes, y'all. These youngins are something else. So it is, you guys live in Oklahoma. Okay. Do you live anywhere close to where trying to think of their names, Jason and Tara live? I mean, I don't know if you guys know them. Okay. Oh, in a 4-state area, Missouri. All right. Wow. Missouri. Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty darn chilly out there now. I don't know how cold it's supposed to get there, but yeah, it's pretty high up. Missouri is. I have a friend that parents lived out there, and they used to go out there and they have to hook up the tractor to plow the snow in the wintertime when he went home at Christmas time. Oh, 24. Yep, 24 is very cold for me. I don't like 24. Last Christmas, we had down in the single digits. So, and it warmed up to about 17 during the day. So we had a super cold Christmas here, which is very unusual for us. I know exactly. NQRR. Yep, I am not either. Oh, it's been a really good week, guys. It's warmed up into the upper 50s or 60s all week. And we hadn't been into the 70s this past week. And we got sprinkles, not really rain. We got just kind of like a little drizzle rain. Saturday evening and a little bit Sunday, but they said we were going to get rain the whole time. Okay. Wow. I didn't realize all of you guys were open. I knew the Crockers were there, and I knew Let's Trade Paint and Rebel with Heart were there. But now, aren't they moving? Or did they move to another place there? And okay, I guess I haven't watched to keep up with it. I know they've moved, and I didn't know how far it was because it was like an hour or so away to drive or something. So I haven't been able to keep up with it. So much has been going on. Guys, my brother got to come home from the hospital yesterday. We are so proud. Thank you all for the prayers. He said, they're killing me in here. They're killing me in here. But, you know, I mean, he's a very healthy, good-looking man. I'm not just saying that because he's my brother, but he really is a very attractive man, and he does not look like he's any 67 years old. He looks like he's probably early 60s at the most. So we were just shocked, and he's never been sick. I mean, maybe a little flu or cold once in a while, but as far as anything, never had any kinds of surgery, broken arms, anything. So, I mean, I guess it was a shock to his whole system to have to go in the hospital and stay in as long as he's been in. So it has been, he was in there almost 4 weeks altogether. So, anyway. Okay. Michelle and I was the one that was next to Jesse and Lisa's RV and down by Let's Trade Paint. We chatted at the meetup. Oh, yeah, I remember you. Okay. Yes, we did. And you're the lady that you were in a tent, right? If you were the one that was in a tent, then all your stuff got wet, right? I'm thinking that's you, but I'm not absolutely positive. I'm going to have to check you out. Yep, that was you, and all your stuff got wet. I felt so bad because mine, I just got like about maybe the size of a 50-cent piece or a silver dollar. And that was it right in the corner. And that was my fault. I think the wind blew it. I remembered you, and I almost said, you know, come up here if you need to, because I got plenty of room in my tent, because I didn't have any extra covers to give you, though. So everything was wet. I didn't know what to tell you. But you could have stayed in the tent if everything was wet. I had plenty of room. That was a big old tent I had down there. Yeah, I know. I remember I said, it looks like a Chinese laundry down here. We had when I was a kid, well, on one of the trail rides, a friend of mine's, her whole horse trailer got drowned inside. And we had lines strung between horse trailers because we didn't have really lines. So they were like lead ropes and tie-out ropes and all kinds of stuff. We had all her covers hung out all over everything and across hoods of trucks and everything else trying to get her stuff dry because it was really cold that night. And in fact, I ended up giving her some of my covers. And then these little old guys, and I didn't even know them at the time, but they came over there that night and said, we know you give that lady all your covers. And I started to give them all to her. They said, well, we don't want you to get cold in there. And they brought me a sleeping bag. And shoot, I used that thing. It was nice. They had an extra one inside there. They were in a wagon. And so they brought it over. They had about 6 mules pulling wagons over there. So they brought me this sleeping bag, and I didn't get in it, but I undid it and laid it out on top of what covers I had in my bed in my horse trailer. And that was when I had the old brown trailer that didn't have any of my bigger trailer had living quarters in it, and it was nice because I had heat and the whole 9, bathroom, the whole 9 yards. Oh, I believe you did. Yes, I can understand that. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. I know you had a rough time down there. Well, guys, I didn't know you were in a teepee tent. I knew you were over there and we talked, a couple of times and Crazy Ed, or what do y'all call him? Ed's Adventures, Crazy Ed's Adventures, or Ed's Crazy Adventures. He came and helped me quite a bit getting things set up and carried my feed down there that I won. So I bet it was an upgrade. Uh, hey, I tell you what, I really think I'm going to enjoy this little camper that I got. And yes, a camper shell for your truck would work great. Great, great, great. I wish I had one that I could give you, girl. What kind of truck do you have? Do you have a small pickup truck, short wheelbase, long wheelbase? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to help you because we live so far apart. But yeah, that would be a great idea. And then if you got cold, you could always just put your little buddy heater in there. I bet you still did. Were you down there when everybody went to singing happy birthday that last night? Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, I don't know much else about that night. I know that they had to leave, the other couple had to leave early, and I hated that. Um, and they had a big blowout that last night, and I know all around me were these Alcoholics Anonymous folks. And all of our group was drinking, and I said, "Oh, we're not doing very good at setting the example here." But oh, thank you so much. I'm going to get it out and do another just a walkthrough with my phone when I get it out, and I'm going to put a cover over the top of it because the top of my other camper was really dirty up there, and those white covers, it's hard to keep them clean if you don't do something. So I'm going to cover it up. I don't blame you. You know what? You could have come up there and hooked into mine. You could have set up on my spot because I had one. I said, nope, I got to have it. And if you go and lay down during the day, it was hot, and then it was cold at night. And I didn't have any kind of heat. I could have had heat, but I didn't bring any heat. But yep, they sure did. Uh, so we but I offered DD5 when they moved way down there on the other side to come set up there because they all had tents, and I said, y'all just set up right here if you want to, because I mean I wasn't using it, and there was a huge spot there that could have held 4 or 5 tents for that matter. And I said it wouldn't cost them anything. They could cancel their spots, but they didn't. They went on down there. I guess the kids wanted to get in the water anyway, so I can understand that. But it was a long ways from where everybody else was. That's great. I'm glad you were warm because it got right chilly at night a couple of times there. One night especially, I think it was Friday night, the night after it rained, I believe, that it got right chilly. Anyway, y'all, I am trying to get things done. I'm not going to have a big Christmas tree, but we are going to have family in for Christmas. My youngest daughter and her whole crowd are coming in this coming Friday. And then Saturday night, my oldest granddaughter's coming in from North Carolina. And Avita, I'm not into roughing it either. I'm one of them high society girls, I guess. When I was younger, it didn't bother me a bit to stay in a tent, but I don't like crawling up off that ground. It is too rough at my age. Anyway, oh goodness. So they'll all be here now. My youngest daughter, they're bringing their camper, and they have this Taj Mahal camper. I think I did a video on it when we went to Florida back during the summer, and it has bunk rooms and all that kind of stuff. So they're going to bring it and leave it for they're going to come on Friday, and then the following week they have to go back home, but they're going to leave the camper here and 2 of the kids here. And one of the kids and them both have to go home and work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. Next week. And so then they will come back when they get off, and they'll get off about lunchtime on Friday. But my son-in-law is fairly high up in the Air Force, so he has to put in a show. In other words, he has to be there, and he has to be there on Wednesday by 4 o'clock, just to show that he's been there. And then Thursday he has to work, and then Friday he has to put the show. In other words, he has to go in and appear, and then he can leave. So he says he'll probably stay in, check over the guy's work, and then leave about lunchtime because my daughter has to work anyway. Oh, and Nora, don't you have, I think your name is Nora, right? Don't you have a YouTube channel also? I'm thinking you told me you had one or were starting one. Oh, the bushcraft, backpacking. Oh, what you can carry. That's a good idea. I can understand that, girl. I can understand that. Well, that bushcraft camping, that would be really fun. I would love to go out there and find a spot and build me a little lean-to shack, to sleep in for the night, just to see if I could do it. I'm sure I could. I'm not in it the shape I was in years ago, but years ago I wouldn't have thought twice about doing something like that. But nowadays I'm a little too old to be doing all that. I would have to have me a battery operated saw or something, because I ain't gonna do no whole lot of chopping. Of course, I can do it like them other folks do and chop one tree down and have the others already all cut up and drag them up there. I used to watch a lot of those, and I'd say, dang, they starting out. It takes them 10 minutes to cut one tree down, and then dang, all of a sudden they got 45 trees over there, and they built the whole house in one day and cooked. But yep. I used to watch a lot of that, and we did a lot of that when we were younger. When we were kids, my grandmother let us build us a little log house out of pines. And, she sold pine trees, but her pines needed thinning out. So she had us, we couldn't cut any bigger than our wrist, which would have been her wrist. So about a 3-inch tree, 4 inches at the most. And me and my brother and my cousin and 2 of my cousins, and they were here from Alaska, and we all chopped it down and built us a 2-story. We called it a fort, and we had the grandest time with that thing. And after I bought this place, the remains of it were still up there, so it held in there pretty dang good. My grandmother said, y'all got steps and everything. We had windows and made little shuttered doors to close and everything. So we had a good time. My brother and my cousin Brad, they would set up downstairs, and then us girls, Angie and I, we had the upstairs, and we named ourselves the Wolverines because Wolverines were bad. Just a little bit about my past, kids. Just a little bit about my past. We are trying to get things ready. I'm going to be cooking, and I don't know what in the world I will be cooking. But I am not going to cook like I usually do. I've told the kids, I said, if y'all expecting a million things, girls, y'all had better leave it and go somewhere else to eat, because I'm going to cook. Maybe I've got some ham in the freezer that's done been cooked and it's already sliced, and so I'm going to thaw it out and heat it up, and I'm going to have a couple of rotisserie chickens that they can have chicken meat because I'm not cooking turkey this year. I'm sick of turkey. I'm going to have a roast that's going to probably be leftover, so they can have leftover roast, ham or chicken, rotisserie chicken. I'm going to have fried okra, some peas of some kind, or baked beans. I haven't decided yet. And I'm going to make the old-timey, old-fashioned dressing, like you make chicken and dressing or whatever. I'm going to make that. We're going to have deviled eggs, and then whatever they want to bring to contribute to the meal, okay. Other than that, we're not going to have a whole lot else. I'm going to fix a red velvet cake, and also some little icebox pies that I know all of them like. And if I can find the little pastry things that you bake, I'll make some little tiny pecan pies that I make every year because everybody wants them. But other than that, that's all I'm going to do. I'm not doing no cooking, no whole bunch of baking and cookies and candy and crap that I bake every year because what they don't eat, we're stuck with it and we're sick of it by the time we finally get around to eating it, guys. Getting it all ate. In fact, sometimes we just throw it out, give it to the goats or chickens or whatever. Oh, you do tacos. And I'm going to doing the meat as it has, let's see, now been passed to me and rest of the guys. That sounds good. That sounds really good. Baked chicken and mashed potatoes as stuffing. A lot of people eat stuffing. Down here in the South, we don't eat stuffing too much. We have the old-fashioned cornbread dressing. And, we go to other places and they don't know what dressing is and don't really like it that well. So, it's just whatever you're used to, what you grew up with, I guess. Hamburger, no candies, cakes, and maybe a pie and trail mix. That sounds like my kind of dinner. I was laughing at the kids. I told them, I said, I'm just going to call in pizza. my youngest daughter, my oldest daughter says, sounds good to me, Mom, because my oldest daughter doesn't like to cook at all. It's like pulling teeth to get her to cook anything. And my youngest daughter loves to cook now. But, they're going to be here in the camper, so she won't do a whole lot of cooking in the camper. So they didn't care just as long as they get fed, I guess. And my grandkids will probably be here next week because, school will be out next week. So anyway. Oh, I bet y'all like a lot of stuffing down there. Yep, I bet y'all do with Mexican food. I love Mexican food now. That's some good cooking. I like the recipes so far that I've been looking at on Robertson's Belly Acres on her cooking, on her kitchen channel on Saturday mornings, whenever I get a chance to watch it. Sometimes I'll stay up late on Friday night and I won't be up and rambling around and paying attention to what's going on at 9 o'clock in the morning here. Oh, I understand that. A lot of people, work at these jobs where they just can't get off. And so you're really lucky that you're able to spend the Christmas off and be able to go see your family. I told my husband today, I said, I almost invited a little homeless man to come eat Christmas dinner with us, ask him where he would be Christmas and pick him up. And Joey says, we're going to have enough folks here for Christmas. Bus Lash is bringing in a complete stranger in the crowd. I said, well, I just felt so sorry for him. Oh, and one reason he was laughing at me, he says, yeah, I know why. Because this little guy last year, same little homeless guy, and I don't know where he come from or whatever, or where he stayed or nothing else. But I know that he was here. No, it wasn't last year. It was back during the summer. And I was walking down the sidewalk there going to the grocery store. And he says, how you doing? And I said, fine. And he said, well, I could have told you that. And I got to laughing. And I said, woo, thank you. I said, you made my day with that compliment. Yep. I understand that. Yep. Everybody's kids are doing their own thing. Yep. I'm lucky. I guess my kids are still wanting to come around. But we don't see them that often. If they were living right here, it'd be one thing. Like my daughter that owns the big double wide down the hill. She doesn't live there. She stays there on weekends and stuff like that when they come down. And her kids don't. Now Madison will be staying there when she comes in this weekend. But as far as anybody actually living in that little place, it's just there all week. And, when the kids come in on the weekends or something. So, we just don't see them. Oh, well, dang. That would be my luck. Yep, be called in right in the middle of dinner. Well, I had a friend call me night before last, and I didn't hear the phone ring. And so the next day, Joey was sitting there, and he says, I must have dreamed it. But he said, I thought the phone was ringing last night about 4 o'clock in the morning. And I says, what? And so I said, well, he said, I said, did you check and see if the phone was ringing? He said, I looked. But he said, I didn't have any calls, so I hadn't even looked at mine. So I went over there and checked mine. And sure enough, it was my phone, and it was at 4:32 or something. And her dog had gone in labor, and she thought one of the puppies was stuck. And so she's calling me to come help her in the middle of the friggin' night. I'm glad I didn't hear it. Bless her heart. No, I would have gotten up and went if had I heard the phone, but I didn't really hear it. But now I was talking to her today, and she said that she did have the one puppy, but when she tried to have the second puppy, she couldn't have it. And so they would have had to do something anyway. So she went ahead and she took it to the vet, and they delivered the puppy, emergency vet. So that was outrageous. And she had them go ahead and put her, have her fixed while they had her in there. And yeah, we nibble on snacks around here. So we'll have like salty and sweet snacks. But as far as me cooking and doing all the pretzels and the fudge and all the other stuff that I usually do every Christmas, we're not going to have it. Peanut brittle and everything like that, divinity and all. I'm just not going to cook this year. I've done enough cooking over time, guys. I've done enough cooking. And yes, it has gotten so expensive. Oh, yeah. My mom died on December the 20th, so I know exactly how you feel. It's a wonderful time, but it's also a sad time. And I have to take time away on the 20th to go up to the cemetery and spend a little while. So, I mean, she may not be there, but I just feel like I feel drawn to go up there and talk to her. I can send her a message, yeah. And that's exactly right. Most people, it's all political and all spend, and I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to give my grandkids a little money, and they'll have one or two gifts that are just something simple, under the tree. And other than that, that's going to be the end of it. Mom and dads are the ones that's supposed to spend that money, not grandmas. Some grandmas might, but it won't be this old grandma anyway. But gosh, guys, I'm wiggling my legs. Been trying to get a cramp in it the whole time I've been sitting there. Anyway, let's see. Oh, that's really sad. I hate that. Havita, yeah, it's really hard. It is super hard. Right there at Christmas time, I had a baby. Well, my little girl was about 2.5 years old. So we had to go ahead and do Christmas, even though my mom died on the 20th, and it was about the pitifulest Christmas that year. Well, hello, and there's my Gillum Farm friends. Glad to have y'all here, popping in. But yeah, it's a sad time, but it's a happy time. It's a time when most of my kids come around, my friends and the kids that I've raised in the past and all that. Or some of them will call or show up, just pop in for a little while. So it's good. It's good to see that. Had foster kids, and I lost one of them this year. She was 46, 47 years old, and she died with a very fast growing cancer. And that was really, really bad. Oh, wow. Thank you for posting their channel. So, dang, guys, we I bought us a TV. I got so tired of looking at that little bitty narrow TV that's, I think it was 43 inches or something. And I got to where I was sitting in the back of the room and I couldn't read the small print under telling you what the movie was about half the time if it wasn't big enough. So I'd have to stand up and walk up closer to the TV. And I said, we got to have a new TV. So we finally broke down and bought us a TV. So that was mine and Joey's Christmas present to each other because we don't buy Christmas. If I want something, I go buy it. If he wants something, he goes and buys it. It's not like we really need, we don't need nothing. We got more than what we need around here. So, and we don't do the presents for each other. On our anniversary, which was the 11th here, we just went out and ate and spent some time together. Oh, I'm sorry, Jovita. So yeah, you're pretty much on your own too. It's rough. It really is. It's really rough. I lost my mom when I was about 23 or 24 years old. So yeah, she and I were pretty close. So I hated that. And no, we it's just really sad when you don't have your family around you, like that. That makes things so much better. So Javita, are you were both your parents Hispanic? I think somebody was saying no, it wasn't them. Let's see. Okay. I think Gillum Farms is talking to Leonard Mountain Farm. Sorry, guys. I was trying to watch that and talk to. So we didn't get the stand up for my grandson to try to use. He wanted to come up and do some bow hunting. My 16-year-old grandson, he has autism, but he's very high functioning autism. In fact, he is so high on that scale that he's like, when he tests way, way up there. And so I couldn't even tell you what his scores are, but they're unreal. Almost to the genius level or above or at the genius level. So he has decided he wants to be an entomologist. And there's only 2 colleges around here that do entomology, and that is a college in the other side of Atlanta, and then there's one in New York City. And he says he wants to go to the one in New York City, but I'm hoping he'll change his mind. Parents were both Hispanic, and she's 3rd generation Mexican watered down. Okay, I understand that. Yeah, I had a guy from England that sent me a text and was commenting on one of my videos, and I got so tickled at him because he was talking about, he thought I said I dropped my package from England, and I said I dropped my package from Amazon. So I guess my accent really is bad, guys. So yeah, I'm just country rednecks, all I can say. Let's see, is it real red? Okay, there's Carrie Leonard. Hello, Carrie. How are you? I'm glad to have you here. I hope you're feeling better. We let's see. You get a rope. I would not want to live in New York City. I think it would be, and I think it would be overwhelming to him because, like on the cruise, he would have like several times he would just have to go off and sit by himself because there was so much crowds and stuff going on. He would get like almost panicky, and so the I guess counselors and people that have worked with him over the years have told him that when he gets like that, instead of acting out, he has learned to just go off by himself, and he'll just tell his mom, I got to go, I got to go sit down, I got to do whatever. Oh yeah, we got that Georgia peach. They got that accent, boy. Yep. And but guys, There is so much going on. That's exactly right. I understand that. You lost a son in an accident in 2017. Well, that's horrible. Yes, that is horrible. I have been real lucky. I had two children, and both of them are healthy, and their children are healthy. I mean, we have a little bit of problems, but you know what family doesn't? Um, so we are really, really lucky. Yeah, I couldn't do New York City. I mean, I don't even like going to Atlanta to the airport, so you can see me. When my brother was in the hospital up there in Kennesaw, I didn't even drive up to see him. I rode with my niece, his his daughter, because I just can't take it. That traffic up there and people acting crazy. Oh, Carrie, I am so proud for you. I know you were talking about your test and you were doing your all of your studies on your last well on the last couple of lives that I have popped into. I'm proud of you. So you're still going to try to get your business degree. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Proud for you. And you'll be selling some of your crafts. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Um and you said there you have to have a business license to sell, I guess, in Canada. Well, with that, are you guys allowed to have uh, like yard sales and stuff like that there? I don't know because different countries are different or whatever. She don't even drive in Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi is not that bad now. It's not nothing like New York City. Boy, I'm telling you what, the one time that I was there, them folks were slamming on brakes and honking horns, cussing each other out the windows and shooting birds. Holy cow. Oh, yes, I understand. I understand, guys. I really do. So what are all of your plans? I understand someone's going hunting from the sounds of it. That sounds like fun. We don't have any plans to do any traveling. We will go over to my stepson's house, Joey's son's house, and see what Santa Claus brought for the two younger. Well, the youngest kid, one of the youngest kids, and the other one's going to be here, so in the camper. So we'll see what she got. In fact, Brandy said that they were going to open a lot of their Christmas that's from them there at home before they even come up here. So that'll be a good thing. Woo, I bet it is getting cold up there, Carrie. Because, man, I see those people and they'll get out and they've just got a little thin leather jacket on or a sports coat or something. There's no way I would have me a blanket and a big old quilt and everything else in the vehicle because I'd be scared to death out there that my vehicle would get stuck or I'd break down and there I'd be freezing to death. And I don't want to die freezing to death. Oh, yeah. Oh, you thought it was terrible to go hunting. Oh, when you love animals, it's really hard, but I grew up with it. So, we squirrel hunted because that was the way we ate when we were kids and we sat rabbit boxes and rabbit hunted. So, and that was when we were younger. And then by the time we were 12, 13, we were out deer hunting and stuff. So, that was just the food. That was the way we ate. So, we didn't go to the grocery store and buy ground beef and steaks and all that stuff. So I can imagine it would be traumatizing to you. So you must have actually saw an animal slaughtered or murdered to feel that way, Jovita. Let's see. Okay. He got back from a big pheasant hunt. That's great. That's wonderful. That would be some interesting video then, since you videoed the whole thing. Well, I hope you don't have any problems getting it edited. I videoed a good bit on my cruise and still can't get the darn thing edited. It's my editing software that's messing up. But I don't know. There's Rebecca Touched by Yarn. Hello. I'm glad to have you pop in. We were just talking about what we're going to do for Christmas and how cold it has turned off here. And it's going to get really cold toward the weekend, they're saying. And I am not a cold-natured person. But Vita does not like hunting. Bless her heart. Well, you know, if even if you don't like hunting, you would you don't necessarily look into their eyes, Ovita. Most of the time, they're not even looking at you. Their sides are turned, and you don't even see them. They don't see you. But, you know, when that happens, it's, you know, if you get the squeam issues and you don't feel like shooting, just don't shoot. You know, unless you're hungry and need the meat, just don't shoot. You know, that's the way I always looked at it. Now, I had one time that it was about a little 6-point buck, and he came up through there and snuck up on me. And next thing I know, I saw him, and he was come up right underneath my stand and turned around and looked right up there at me. And I had a perfect shot, but I just couldn't shoot him. He was too dumb. I said, bless his heart, we're going to give him a chance. Maybe he'll get a little smarter. Oh, you got a drone with my live with Tish. Hey, that's wonderful. Oh, got done. Okay. I thought, I don't know where I got the R in there, drone. Got done with your live with Tish. Okay. Oh, let's see. Yep. I was telling everybody I've got a video out with making these baskets here that I put out. They light up, but I just have not had gotten it edited yet. So I attempted to last night right after I got through making them, and it just disappeared, just like my cruise video every time I'll try it. So I'm thinking about starting doing some different editing software. I'm just not having any luck with this one. I don't know if it's not my computer, because I have done absolutely nothing. I don't get online. I don't do anything except send my videos to YouTube. And I don't do Facebook, nothing else on this. So oh, wow. Yeah, right. That isn't sporting to me either. Yeah. Yeah, that's just like, you know, baiting them, but going out there and putting the corn and all that out. We never did all that when we were kids. We couldn't afford the corn. You know, if we could afford a bag of corn, we would have bought some food. We were poor. You know. Well, you know, I don't know about there, but there ain't a whole lot of berries here in wintertime, hon. Vita's going to forage instead of having to hunt. That's so funny. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. That is funny. That is funny. And Rebecca, that was so sweet of you to make Tish a hat. That is really cool. My friend Wheat makes hats, and she's going, when I do a giveaway, she's going to have me a couple of hats to give away. They're the knitted, really nice knitted, tight knitted. I'm sure you've made the same ones probably, but she does an excellent job with them. And so, in fact, it would be nice if you had an embroidery machine that you could actually embroidery your logo or whatever right onto the hats that she makes. Do you eat meat, Jovita? Do you eat meat at all? Because you know it all comes from somewhere, but you just don't have to do it. So if you eat meat, it's okay. You just don't want to be the one that has to do it. I can understand that. I really can. Uh, my husband doesn't hunt. He is not. He's too kind-hearted. Now, if he had to kill something because we were starving, I believe he would. But as far as just there's Stephen Sheets, new subscriber here. Thank you so much, Stephen. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Stephen. Do you have a channel? And is this it, Stephen Sheets? I'll check you out when this is over. I've only got about 8 minutes left. Let's see. 24. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. We're gonna get when we get to 500, we're gonna do a little giveaway, guys. I'm just too excited. I can't wait till 1,000. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. Getting the stuff on. You know how you do with how everybody has that little machine that draw or picks the winners and all that, because I don't want anybody to think I'm cheating and picking out who I give their gifts to. But I can understand that, Javita. Yes, I do. My husband's the same way. He is too kind-hearted for that. He can't do it. I think if he ever got really mad, he would be dangerous. I've been real lucky he ain't been that mad at me but once. And that was when he was dragging my horse down the road and I was screaming at him. I don't know if I ever told y'all that story, but anyway. Oh, Stephen Sheets. Okay. Where are you from, Stephen? If you're still in here, that would be wonderful. I will check you out as soon as I get off of this live here. So I always try to, in case I missed a comment, I always try to save them and not get off of here completely so that I can go back and look over the comments and see if there's something that I missed out on. But there's not a whole lot going on here. I'm really hoping that I do go ahead and get. Okay, you're from the United States. Well, most of us are, Stephen. Thank God. Yeah, I'm from Georgia. I live in the state of Georgia, and that's why I call my channel the Rambling Peach, because all us Georgia girls supposed to be our peaches. I don't know where they got that at, because I don't know Georgia girls are that sweet or not. Yes, I did that. I have goats, but I don't process them. I have friends that do. I usually raise mine up. I sell the males and just keep adding to the herd. And you're from Maryland. Okay. It's good to have you here. Yeah, Javita says we're from the United States too. Yep. We're everyone in here right now is from the United States. I do have a couple of folks that are from other countries though that watch. Well, I think Carrie Leonard is from Canada, but I have a guy from Europe. I have another guy that's from Thailand that watches my channels on a regular basis, and have quite a few people from other countries like that. But it's quite fun to look in my statistics and see where people are and what they're commenting about and things. So anyway, well, guys, I have 5 minutes to go, and I am so glad that y'all have popped in and checked things out. And Nora, yes, I used to raise well. In fact, I have been trying to find some Bob White quail. I don't know if you guys have Bob White there, but I've not found any. And so I'm going to get some this spring. There's a guy in Pine Mountain that advertised them, and I've got his number. Oh, guys, come on. Y'all give me those thumbs up. We need all of them we can get. Get us out there in this algorithm. Is that I'm a country music singer and you do karaoke. That's wonderful. I'm going to have to listen to your music. Do you have some of your songs on YouTube, Stephen? Or Steve? I don't know which one you like to be called. But if you do, I'll check out your channel or your videos that are on here. But yeah, it has been one of those weeks. We have just been busy trying to get everything done, trying to get everything tied up, wrapped up around here. Got all these darn leaves that have blown in on the deck out here. Joey got them up for me today, or it was yesterday he got them up. Then he took the mower and ran over all of them and chopped them all up and just left them because, and I like country music. I really do. Can't sing worth a doodle, but I like to try. But I'm glad that there are people out there that can sing. So thank you very much for being out there, because, we need all that help we can get. 80s music. Well, I like 80s too, but I'm kind of into that 60s and 70s music too, So I like a little bit of all of it. I like some old rock and roll. I like Eagles and stuff like that, and Creedence Clearwater Revival, but I'm not much into I raised the jumbo. I did. I raised those. And yes, that's, I didn't have the plucker. And so I would just skin mine a lot of times, or else I would pluck them and, but a lot of times I would skin mine and just stuff them with cream cheese and jalapeno peppers and cook them on the grill. Great. That would be, I'm going live. Okay, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Yes. So where are you trying to find a place to live there? Are you trying to find a place there in Maryland? That would be wonderful. I don't know many people from Maryland. In fact, I don't know if I know anybody from Maryland. Right this minute, I can't think of anybody. But, oh, wow, that would be nice. Yeah, I've seen the ones that are made smaller, for those. But, quail, they're really not that hard, but their skin is so soft that if you're plucking them, it'll tear them up the minute, tear that skin. So I just avoided all that. I'm lazy. Okay, guys, I have 2 minutes, and I don't know who's coming on behind me, but I am sure that there's always somebody out there going to do a live. So I'm going to be ending this. I'm sure Javita needs to get in bed. You do still work, right, Javita? Oh, you have a cousin in Maryland. All right. Yes, it is easy to skin them. That's how I did it most of the time, because, just plucking them, you really didn't have to do a whole lot of hot water and all that like you do with chickens. That smells so bad. But anyway, guys, thank you, Miss Sizemore. I am glad to have you come pop in and check everything out. And if you see Wheat, you tell her I'll see her tomorrow. And I'm going to get off of here, guys. It's 10 o'clock. It's been wonderful having y'all. Y'all be nice to people. It's a stressful time of year for everybody. And, there's a lot of flared tempers out there. And if you're having bad words with somebody in your family, give them a call. It's just hard. It's a hard life nowadays. My brother and I didn't get along for years and years and years. And thank God 5 or 6 years ago, we made up. And I am so glad we did. Anyway, love each and every one of y'all. I'm glad you're here. And thank you, Javita. That was wonderful. I don't see how you get up at 6 and still stay up so late at night. But anyhow, because you're up way before 6 to get to work. And anyway, y'all, I am going to get off of here. Good night. Y'all have a good day, the rest of your day and tomorrow. And we'll see y'all again next Monday. Bye-bye.